Hey guys, Carrie from Carrie Buys Houses here. I'm sorry I'm late. We were having some Wi-Fi issues. Last week we talked about how to stage your house to sell fast. This week we're talking about 5 tips for budget-friendly landscaping. So, tip number 1, I always buy my plants from Home Depot, Lowe's, or a nursery where I can get contractor pricing. But you can find 10% off coupons at Home Depot and Lowe's on almost any coupon website. So I'm always going and get all my landscaping with my 10% off coupon. Step number 1. Tip number 2. So I like to do 2 rows of hedges whenever I can. And I like to do 2 different colors with my hedges because it creates contrast. I also like to do a row of larger hedges in the back and then a row of smaller hedges in the front. So this is Schefflera. I can never say it right, but this is a 5-gallon Schefflera. You can get that pretty cheap at Home Depot, and we plant them about 2 feet apart. And these go in the back because these are going to grow to be about 3 feet. This is fresh landscaping, so they're small right now, but they will grow. What I do then is in the front here, we did some 3-gallon Loropetalums, and you can see that different colors, and we staggered them in between the hedges in the back so we fill in all the holes. So I like to do a minimum of 2 rows when I'm doing my landscaping. Okay, step number 3. Whenever you have spaces on your house, either between windows or you might have a really large space where there's nothing going on your house, you want to break your landscaping up to give it some contrast. So here we added some Hawaiian tie in between the windows. You can either add like a decorative tree right here or a little palm tree. In this case we added Hawaiian ties. Sorry, I gotta talk loud because we're outside. We added Hawaiian ties. These will grow big and it just kind of breaks up all the landscaping. So, tip number 4, whenever you have a big space to work with, I don't like to use too many plants because I don't want to crowd them, but I always like to have a centerpiece in the middle and then just plant a few plants around. So as you see, we brought the hedges all the way around, and then we had all of this space to work with. So this was actually a free palm tree because it was in a weird location on the side of the street, and we actually transplanted it from the street over to here to give the centerpiece. And then around the centerpiece, I would choose 1 to 2 types of plants that you can spread around it. So in this case, we chose 4 of these crotons, and we put them, just kind of staggered them. And then there's a walkway here, and I always like to line the walkways with something. So we chose this, which is like a fern. And all of these plants are really low maintenance. They don't require a lot of water. They can go in shade and light. I like low maintenance plants, especially when I'm flipping a house, because I'm not over here all the time to check on them. And then tip number 5, I always use the large pine bark. Don't use red shredded mulch. Red shredded mulch is great for the cost, but the color fades really quick over time, and it just doesn't look good. I like using the big pine bark nuggets because it just makes the landscaping look so much nicer. A lot of times you don't even have to border this stuff. It stays in place and it doesn't get all messy. And instead of buying bags of it at Home Depot, I call a local mulch delivery company and they ship it over here in a truck, and then we take the wheelbarrow and spread it out. So you're going to save money by not buying it in bags. Rather, call a local company and get it shipped to your house. So those are my 5 tips. I'm going to have more information up on my website, carriebuysHouses.com. In Carrie's Corner, we'll have a blog. And this is pretty much the template that I'm putting in all of my renovations, and everyone loves the landscaping. It's budget friendly, it's low maintenance, and it's easy. So in the blog article, I'll go into detail about all the different types of plants we're using. Also, if you or someone you know has a house to sell, of course, you can find me at carriebuysHouses.com, or you can email me. And if you're interested in buying and selling investment properties for a profit, and you want to learn more about real estate investing, go to creatingwealthusa.com, or you can message me on my Carrie Buys Houses Facebook page. And again, if you have any suggestions or questions for upcoming episodes, we're going to be doing this every Wednesday. Go ahead and shoot me a message for some things you'd like to see in those videos. Next week, we'll be doing how to pick out bathroom and kitchen fixtures without breaking the bank. So that's it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you next week.